Hello everyone, myself Sowmya, Assistant Professor in CSE AIML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. So in this video, we are going to discuss about how to send the form data to templates. So this coming to the overview of this presentation. So this presentation covers how to send the data to templates, and we will also see some example application. So how to send the form data to templates? So this is nothing but client is requesting the server. He is sending some form data while requesting, and it is generating the response. So how it will generate the response? Again in the form of HTML form only. So how to send this form data, to the HTML form in the response, that we are going to discuss here. This is already over in the previous video. The same thing, the same example we are going to discuss here. So here we have a client as a HTML file. And this HTML file will be sent to the Python file. This is a backend. And again, this backend is generating the response in a HTML file only. By using render_template, that we are going to see here. So we'll be having two HTML files and one Python file. So coming to the first HTML file, customer.html. So in the previous video, we have already discussed it, the same example. So I'm just giving a glance about this. So here this program is reading different data from the user like name, email, contact number, pin code, followed by submit. If I click on submit, all this data will be sent to the URL. So what is this URL? So this is the localhost default address /success. To this URL, all this data will be sent. And how this data will be sent? Using the method called post. And coming to the Python program. So this Python program, this is a normal route. If I give a normal route, directly it will go to the customer.html, which we written just now. This is the customer.html. So if I write a default URL, directly it will go to customer.html using render_template. And now, if I complete the details in the customer.html and if I click on submit, where it will go? We have written /success. So that /success route I am writing here. And for this, I am giving the second attribute, second parameter as methods. So what are the possible methods we have? I have post method and get method. So in these two methods, the user can use any method. I don't know. So I am writing a method for this URL print_data. If the request.method, what is this request here? Request is a predefined object, right? So which contains the information about the request. So in request, we have an attribute called method. So request.method is equal to post. If the method is post, then only I am proceeding further. If the method is get, I am not writing any code here. Now if the method is post, I am calling request.form. Request.form will give the complete form data. So it is actually key value pairs. It contains key value pairs. The complete data will be stored in a variable called result. So the result contains the information in terms of key value pairs now. Now I want to display the result in an HTML form again. So how to call the HTML form again? Using render_template. And what is the HTML form you're calling? result_data.html. But what I want to display in that HTML file? Result. So this result I am sending to HTML, and in HTML also the name of the result is result only. So that's all. I'm closing this Python. Coming to result_data.html. Here I am creating a table to display the data. So we have the complete result in a variable called result. So this result is containing key value pairs. How to retrieve these values? Using a method called items. So result.items will give all keys and values. The key value I am storing in a variable called key, and value I am storing in a variable called value. So for each and every iteration, I am displaying key value as well as value using this statements. If you are using this one, that is the expression. If you are using this symbol, it is a statement, right? So each time the key value, the value will be displayed. All the keys will be displayed in heading tag, bold, and the values will be displayed normally. So this is a for loop actually. So it will be repeated for all the key value pairs. If I have 4 values, the will be repeated for 4 times. And after completing that, close the row and close the for loop also. So what is the output I'll get? This is the output I'm getting. But from where it got all these details? From the front end, that is customer.html. There we have given name, email ID, contact number, pin code. That will be sent to the Python file. What Python is doing? Python is again calling some HTML file, and it is also passing all this information to this HTML file. What this HTML file is doing, it is keeping the data in a tabular format and displaying the output. So, we'll try to execute this. So, first we need customer file, that is a front end. So, it is a HTML file, so I am saving it in templates. So, next we have Python file. So, Python file is reading the data from it, and it is again displaying the data in result_data.html. So, Python file, I should save it in new folder. And again the final data result_data. So, again it is using some Python code to display the output in tabular format. So, this is also HTML file, so I need to save it in templates folder. Yes. So, out of these three files, I need to execute the front end. What is front end? Customer.html. So, you can also go with the front end, or else you can also execute this Python application with the basic URL. Why? Because with this basic URL, it is internally calling customer.html only. Whatever it may be, whether you are following customer.html or the Python application, first you have to execute your Python application. So, here I need to activate the scripts, and after that execute your Flask application. Flask_app is equal to script r.python. Now you can run your application Flask run. So, now it is giving this IP. So, just copy this IP, paste it here. You will get the customer.html, and here you can enter the details. If you click on submit, it is generating again in the HTML form only. So, you are sending the data through HTML, and again you are getting the response through the HTML only. So, that is about sending form data to the HTML while generating the response. So, in this video, we have discussed about how to send the data to the HTML form while generating the response. We have also seen the example application. Thank you.